In a land torn by war and silence, two women discover a bond stronger than blood, woven through pain, lit by courage, and carried by love. This is the story of lives that bloom in darkness, of 1,000 Splendid Suns. Introduction. A story woven in sunlight and sorrow. Set in Afghanistan over a span of 30 years, from the Soviet invasion to the rise of the Taliban, 1,000 Splendid Suns follows the intertwined lives of two women, Mariam and Laila. Though born decades apart, their fates converge in a world that tests their spirits, breaks their bodies, and ultimately reveals the incredible strength they possess. She is in Kabul, and the sun is 1,000 Splendid Suns. This novel is not just about war, it's about the war within. About love that survives brutality, hope that endures despair, and women who define heroism in the face of oppression. Mariam, the silent stone that learns to shine. Mariam is born out of wedlock, a harami, into a life filled with shame, solitude, and unworthiness. Living on the outskirts of Herat, her only comfort is her mother's harsh but honest love. When betrayed by her father and thrust into a forced marriage at age 15, her life becomes a prison, both literal and emotional. Key themes: isolation and longing for legitimacy. Emotional abuse in marriage. The burden of dishonor placed on women. Mariam's journey is slow burning. She starts invisible, but her courage, forged in silence and suffering, becomes the novel's soul. Laila, born of light, forged by loss. Unlike Mariam, Laila grows up with love, education, and dreams. Her father believes in her intellect. Her heart belongs to her childhood friend, Tariq. Yet war has no mercy. When a rocket destroys Laila's home and kills her parents, she's left orphaned and severely injured. Out of desperation and believing Tariq dead, she marries Rashid, Mariam's abusive husband. Key themes: the stolen innocence of children in war, the tragedy of choices made for survival, education as hope. Laila's life spirals from idealism to trauma. Her resilience, however, shapes the second act of the story. A bond born from shared pain. Mariam and Laila begin as adversaries, jealous, suspicious, and divided. But over time, their pain becomes a bridge. The women go from rivals to allies, from co-survivors to co-conspirators in reclaiming their humanity. Mariam was a weed. She would endure, and she would bloom. Their bond offers breathtaking lessons in female solidarity, forgiveness and healing, the transformative power of love, not romantic, but soul-deep. Their friendship defies the brutality surrounding them. It becomes their quiet rebellion. Rashid, the face of patriarchal violence. Rashid, their shared husband, is not just an antagonist. He is a symbol of the deep-rooted misogyny that reduces women to obedience, silence, and suffering. His escalating violence creates terrifying control dynamics, the urgency of escape, the depth of Mariam and Laila's alliance. Ultimately, it is through confronting Rashid that the women reclaim their agency. Railway track struggle and defiance, the journey to redemption. As the Taliban takes control, laws tighten, hope dims, and escape seems impossible. Yet even in these conditions, Mariam and Laila plot for freedom, for the chance to choose a future for Laila's children. A woman who has lived through war, loss, and injustice doesn't seek comfort. She creates it. Mariam makes the ultimate sacrifice, an act of defiant love that shakes readers to their core. Her choice saves Laila. It redefines heroism. Full circle, healing and return. Laila and Tariq reunite and flee to Pakistan, where safety and love breathe again. Yet Laila feels Kabul's pull. The city, with all its scars and memories, is still her heart. She returns, to rebuild, to educate, to serve. Final themes. Hope is a choice. Love is louder than trauma. Healing comes not by forgetting, but by giving back. The story closes not on sorrow, but on sunrise. Laila, with her children and new strength, embodies what Mariam gave her, freedom born of sacrifice. Key lessons from the novel. 1. Suffering can birth strength. Mariam's life may seem tragic, but her final act is pure courage. She shows that meaning isn't in the length of life, but in its purpose. 2. True love isn't always romantic. The love between Mariam and Laila transcends everything. It becomes the force that saves lives, defeats tyranny, and writes their legacy. Shield 3. Women are the spine of society. Despite being silenced, abused, and marginalized, these women are the pillars holding families, communities, and hope together. Dove 4. Forgiveness is a creative act. Their friendship teaches that healing starts with letting go, and that forgiveness is a radical act of creation. 5. Even in darkness, we can choose light. War, loss, trauma, none of these extinguish the human spirit. Khaled Hosseini shows how even in the bleakest places, people choose dignity, dreams, and beauty. Quotes that echo, "A woman is not defined by her suffering, but how she rises through it. She was a blessing, A friend, a sister, a savior. There is a way to be good again. Even here, even now, these lines capture the novel's emotional heartbeat, grace, even in grief. Final reflections. Beauty carved from grief. A Thousand Splendid Suns is more than historical fiction. It's a hymn to the resilience of Afghan women. It's about mothers, daughters, and warriors who fight not with fists, but with love, loyalty, and sacrifice. This book teaches us. The quiet strength within women is revolutionary. Bonds built in hardship endure beyond death. Freedom is always worth the fight. Mariam is never alone. Not truly. Her love lives on, in every step Laila takes. Thanks for watching Audio Mentor, where every book brings you closer to a better you. If you found value in today's summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a chance to grow.